the last picture of our holiday together at the table, and I made these cheesy hash brown casseroles that were absolutely incredible. I'm sharing it with you for Thanksgiving.
Okay, so do you call it funeral potatoes or do you call it cheesy hash brown casserole? We've grown up calling it cheesy hash brown casserole, but they are known as funeral potatoes. We're gonna put them together. Really, these are great for holidays. They're great for any time, but I'm gonna show you how simple it is. Just grab a 9x13 pan. You're gonna grab a thing of hash brown potatoes. You can either do the O'Brien or the regular potatoes. I have some kiddos that don't like the peppers and the onions, so I went ahead and just did the regular. I prefer the O'Brien. I think it's delicious that way. But basically you're gonna put it in a greased up 9x13 pan like this, and I literally just take everything and dump it in here and mix it together. So check this out. Those hash browns are in that casserole dish. I'm gonna add about a cup of sour cream here. And the next thing that we're gonna add is a cream of chicken. We're gonna do the no sodium version or the unsalted version of the cream of chicken. Just save us a little bit on that salt. Take it and you wanna dump it in that pan like this. We call this like chicken jello. I normally shred my cheese, but I got this on sale, so I'm gonna use it up. And we're just gonna put it right there on top. About 2 cups. And now we're gonna stir it all up and make sure that all these hash browns are nice and covered. This might be easier if you did it in a bowl first, but I'm trying to make less dishes for myself for less cleanup. Can you relate? Who else hates dishes? I know I hate dishes, and if you heard my daughter in the background, she says me, because she and my son are responsible for doing the dishes. So we don't like dirty dishes, so we're gonna try and do all this in one casserole dish like this. Now I'm gonna be honest, I normally love to use the hash browns of the O'Brien with the peppers and the onions, but friends, I have some picky kiddos, can you relate to this, that don't like peppers and onions, so I decided since we're doing it for Easter, that I should probably make it as kid-friendly as possible and use the regular hash browns. And since I didn't use the O'Brien, I'm gonna add some onion powder just here to the very top, you know, because they won't be able to like find the onions, but it'll give it a little bit more flavor. And then don't forget, just to kind of mix that up just a little bit. I think it should be fine, like this. All right, next thing next, grab those cornflakes, open up that box. We're gonna do about 2 cups or so of cornflakes. If I can even open them. Oh my gosh, okay. And then we're gonna put these in a Ziploc baggie and just kind of get our frustration out. Did I just say babby? I mean baggie. And I'm just gonna like eyeball it. I'm not gonna get a measuring cup out. I know what 2 cups looks like that. That looks like about a cup. I don't know. We're gonna do about like this. And then we're gonna take it, get all the air out before you zip it completely out. And then we're gonna crunch it up like this. This is gonna be that delicious buttery topping for those cheesy hash browns. Oh my deliciousness, so good. I just don't think that looks like enough, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. And here's the reminder, not everything has to be exact in the kitchen. If you like that ingredient, add a little bit more. In my family, it's 9, there is no such thing as too much cheese. So I could actually add more cheese to this. But friends, really, there's not a way that you're gonna ruin this. Just put it together. That's gonna probably be enough topping for the top. Now let's melt some butter. Let's stick of butter, get it melted. And it's melted. Okay, so if I were gonna put this in the oven right now, but I'm not. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator because we're not gonna have it for another day. And so we're gonna put it in the fridge and I'll put the topping on right before I put it in the oven. But if you're gonna do it now, I would put the topping on. Actually, I'd mix the butter in first, then put the topping on and put it in the oven. But you'll have to come back and see the end results here in a little bit because it's absolutely to die for delicious. In the meantime, we're gonna pour that butter in this Ziploc baggie. We're gonna coat those cornflakes just like this. And we're just gonna let this kind of sit alongside with it. I'm just gonna sit it out on my cupboard. I don't have to put this in the fridge, but it's ready to go on top of this amazing cheesy hash brown casserole when we're ready for it.
Make sure you preheat the oven at 350, and right before you put it in the oven, you want to go ahead and put those cornflakes on there. Those are already got butter in them. You want to spread them over the top evenly like this. I made this casserole ahead of time, so I took the cornflakes that I had with butter on them and I put them in the fridge until ready to use. Cover this dish. You're going to bake it for 45 to 55 minutes until bubbly, until it gets crispy on top like this, and it's ready to serve. This was one of my late husband's favorite casserole dishes. He asked for this for every Easter, and we typically made it for Thanksgiving too. Honestly, it's a favorite for every one of us in the family. This is me and my sweet Lily trying it out before we serve it for Easter brunch. Oh, how I miss these lighthearted smiles. Breaks my heart to think that he's not going to be with us for Thanksgiving this year. There's a void that will never be filled, but it's my hope that you try one of his favorites this holiday season with your family.